Well, like the previously announced new shirt sponsor, Chelsea have another one. That's right, they're sneaking through shirt sponsors undercover all over the gaff that none of the mainstream media are picking up on. We'll speak about that in today's Chelsea news video. Welcome back, gang. We're also going to speak about an article on Team Talk, reflecting on if Jurgen Klopp goes to Real Madrid, he will demand Enzo Fernandez. Will you, Jurgen? We'll talk about... I did actually think he did try and sign Enzo, I think, when he was still at Liverpool. So maybe there's truth to that. But heck, we just react to the news here. I don't make it. Football London, London.world, has spoken about what we'll need to qualify for the Champions League. Apparently we'll need 20 out of 27 available points left, which seems a little bit ambitious, but you've got to think as well who we're taking those points off. Of course, Liam Rosenior has done his pre-match press conference for the Wrexham game, and we can build a little lineup. But we got to take them seriously, man, because Wrexham, they're like, could be in the playoffs to go up into the Premier League. They seemingly get like promoted every single season. Like, my local team plays in the National League South, and I think Wrexham were a division below them, and they went up and up into the conference, into League 2, into League 1, into the Championship, and then maybe into the Premier League, which is just insane. Of course, it's a Hollywood story of Rob McElhenney and, what's his face? Deadpool. Oh my god! Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds? Wait. I did actually have to Google that, because in case I had this fear that Ryan Reynolds was just some random, like, pop singer or something, and I was about to embarrass myself. Anyway, yeah, those two obviously try sending Wrexham up the league, so we're going to get into all of that in today's Chelsea news video, man. Let's start off with this. Ding! This is obviously off Chelsea's website, chelseafc.com. Look at Reece James there. So, firstly, their position, Chelsea Football Club, as a club, is, well, yeah, we've missed out on this long-term shirt deal that, you know, the fans want us to, and we've been widely criticised for, and I'd argue correctly. You know, they're holding out for, like, some big money and a big long-term deal that surpasses the latest 3 deal we did under Abramovich. But they're arguing that all these new partners and multi-sponsorships, like sleeves, you know, temporary front of shirt and the back of shirt with this and all these other partners. And if you compare Manchester United, they have like thousands of partners, and you know, this is the way to get ahead, and this is the money man at Chelsea doing their job. Believe it when I see it, when like everything settles down and all the accounts come out and we're not getting these like briefings of UEFA record losses. They seem pretty confident. So let's take a look then. TMGM on the back of the shirt. We've gone from shirts with no sponsors on at all to being riddled in the ruddy blighters. Sleeves, front, back, all over the gaff. Chelsea Football Club and TMGM, easy for me to say, the club's official regional online forex and CFD trading partner in Asia Pacific. Wow! Finally! Today announced an enhancement to our multi-year partnership, which sees the Australian-based broker unveiled on the back of the team shirts. In a club first! How exciting. TMGM's branding will feature across the men's shirts throughout the participation in the FA Cup. Oh, is it just the FA Cup? Which commences this weekend, as of course we face Wrexham away in the 5th round. I suppose, like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, are we going to get... I mean, I guess we are. We're entering this realm where, like, you have different sponsors. Because when they prepare the shirts before a game, they literally just print the names on. And I guess the sponsors, whatever. I suppose it would be, like, all right, we're playing in this competition, we're going to print that sponsor on. I mean, they consider themselves disruptors, don't they? I mean, they do peculiar stuff, this lot, don't they? So to have a certain sponsors for certain competitions, I suppose if you're like one of those real shirt collecting perverts that want every single one, like every single, oh, this is the, 25-26 season when we later stages of the FA Cup we played in these shirts with that sponsor. I've got to buy that shirt to collect them all like a Pokemon trainer. But yeah, interesting that they've seemingly finding value, what they deem finding value in certain sponsorships for competitions. I might be like, right, well, next year in the Champions League, we're going to have friggin' OnlyFans across the buttocks. I apologise. Do you know what I mean, though? It's interesting that they would go for that. I don't really care about this Forex company. It's a trading platform. I mean, there you go. Nice edit graphic there with the light coming through. Some of our best players, maybe all of our. Caicedo's missing. Oh yeah, I didn't actually line this up, but shout out to Steval for winning Young Player at the London Football Awards. Deserved. In terms of like the young players playing in London, yeah. I mean, hold on. Yeah, him. He's great. Steval. I should have really put that in the sort of lineup for the Chelsea news video. But like, to be honest, man, a back shirt. It's a tramp stamp location. Lower back. John Rogers, head of partnerships for Chelsea Football Club, said the following, and we'll wrap up with this in a second. Our partnership with TMGM is rooted in our shared values of excellence. I genuinely can't be asked to read that. Look, I bring you the news. I just not these kind of like PR statements. I don't want to read it. You don't want to hear it. Let's move on. Alrighty, little public service announcement. Remember, there's daily content here on Football Therapy. Should you find yourself returning or enjoying it, please do consider liking and subscribing. It does help us content creators out a lot. And the deep dark abyss that is the algorithm. A like and a subscribe. Oh, and there's hype point. Hold on. Please, sir. Please drop your hype points down here. I think it's down this side. A lot of people forget they've got hype points. I certainly do. So thank you for all your continued support. And of course, this is available on all podcast platforms by searching Football Therapy Podcast. And you can watch the video on Spotify. Let's move on. So this is kind of interesting. Kablam! Team talk. Remember, I'm just reacting to this. And this is teamtalk.com. Jurgen Klopp tells Real Madrid his absolute priority is to sign the complete Chelsea superstar. He has been very good, Enzo Fernandez. Alright, let's read through this, because this has been popping up in the Chelsea news algorithm, and I do react to it. That's what I do here. Former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has made it clear to Real Madrid that he wants Chelsea midfielder Enzo Fernandez at Estadio Bernabeu next season, according to a speculative report in Spain. It's not linked it, guys, but how much would you bet it is for Chaz? As Team Talk reveals whether the Argentina international could leave Stamford Bridge for Los Blancos. Real Madrid. Klopp stepped down as Liverpool manager at the end of 24-25 campaign, and has been working rather romantically, it's a quaint little story, as the head of global soccer for Red Bull. However, Team Talk's transfer insider, Graham Bailey, and of course, Graham Bailey is supposed to be this well-informed chap, football journalist, geezer, has reported that Klopp is open to taking charge of Real Madrid. I mean, he did say he's not done with management, but if he managed in the Premier League, it would have to be Liverpool again. The job vacancy might be there in the summer, mate. And he's keen on getting back into football management with the Spanish Giants. I mean, it is a good job to get Real Madrid, isn't it? I mean, generally, there are worse jobs out there. Sources have told us, just sources, guys, that Real Madrid too are keen on hiring Klopp, with Alvaro Arbeloa. Yeah, we'll just land on that. Is unlikely to be in charge of the Spanish and European giants beyond the end of this season. If he was there next season, that would be very strange. Now, reports in Spain have claimed that Klopp has demanded has demanded that Real Madrid sign Chelsea midfielder Enzo Fernandez. This is why a speculative report is speculative, because look, Real Madrid have looked at Enzo Fernandez for a while. We know that. And we know that Enzo himself has been like, no, I don't want to go to PSG, but I have a respect for Real Madrid, keeping that door open, as often all South American Latino players do, as was it the BBC reported. I think he's happy at Chelsea personally, but it doesn't surprise me at all that Real Madrid want him. And I do think genuinely, because you got all those player edits of Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Lavia all in Liverpool kits, when they were being linked to Liverpool. And of course, funnily, it's very funny that they're all Chelsea players. Yeah, man. Apparently, Klopp is demanding Enzo Fernandez. He's asked his representative to move forward with any negotiations with Madrid if... not? Hold on. Look at this. Klopp has asked his representative not to move forward with any negotiations with Madrid if they are not willing to commit to signing Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. Get over yourself, mate. Go! Don't try and nick our players. Go if you want to go manage Real Madrid. Go and manage Real Madrid. Oh, I've only got Mbappe and Vinny Jr. How am I going to survive? And all the other players they have. Get out, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's funny, though. The report has noted the German coach believes that Enzo Fernandez is one of the most complete midfielders in football today. I would say I agree. There's a nice picture of Enzo here. There he is. Next to Dele Alli as a free agent. That's sad. That's a sad story. Alright, well, I don't want to read any more of this, but it's funny. Oh, the Chelsea stance on selling Enzo Fernandez. I should quickly read that. Fernandez has been a superstar for Chelsea since his signing from Benfica in February. Oh, well, yeah, because the deadline day was at the very beginning of February 2023. The Argentina international has established himself as one of the best midfielders in the world, and is one of the first names on the team sheet for Chelsea, if available, which often he is. Fernandez won the World Cup in 2022, the Copa America in 2024. He's also played a key role with Chelsea winning the Conference League and the Club World Cup. However, we understand that Chelsea are open to cashing in... Hold on. We're going to spend a minute longer on this. However, we understand that Chelsea are open to cashing in on Fernandez in the summer transfer window. Journalist Dean Jones, another name that you see going all over the gaff on these transfer news websites, told Team Talk on January the 18th. This year, Real Madrid sources say the club have been given indications that Chelsea would be willing, to sell Enzo at the right price. Basically a lot of money. But he's been really good for us, scoring goals. I think Rosenior really likes him. I don't see it happening. Klopp, stop being a knobber. Go and manage Real Madrid if you want. Enzo's staying with us. Alright, we are in a race for Champions League qualifications in the Premier League. Great win against Aston Villa. Jamie Campbell on London World has wrote an article about what's needed to finish in the Premier League top 4. Now, what I'd say, Mr. Jamie Campbell, is you need top 5. That's locked in. I mean, that is pretty much locked in, bro. So that's an extra 20% of places here that you're not accounting for. But for the top 4, the 10-year average has been 68.7 points, which sounds about right. And I reckon if you ask top 5, it's probably like 62 points or something. So Chelsea would need an average of 20.7 points out of their 27 points. Basically, we can only drop 7 points to the end of the season if we are to meet that average. Although it's saying it will be slightly lower this season. Of course, and that's top 5 as well. I reckon if we get... I said at the beginning of the season, my target wasn't to win the Premier League. It was to get a better points total. I wanted us to get 71 points or early 70s. I don't think we will necessarily... I think that might still be available to us if we win everything, but I don't think we'll get that. It's just basically qualify for the Champions League again, but this time you're playing in the Champions League, so it's harder than the Conference League. That is a step up regardless. It shows that you can mix it with the big boys and still qualify for big boy competition next season. No matter which way you shape it, that is a step up, in terms of just operating in the Premier League and the highest level of European competition. I think, realistically, we could probably drop possibly 10 points for the rest available. Let's just quickly look. So we are currently in 5th, where we want to be. There's 9 more points. There's 9 more games. 9 more games. 9, 18, 27. So we need 17 points, 58. Yeah, 17. Yeah, I think it's totally doable. The main thing is that we play Man United still. I think we play Liverpool, don't we? And I think it's in our hands. Interesting to hear the average points total. If we make late 60s, I think we're qualified for the Champions League, personally. Right then, we're going to talk about the game. Fun! Hold on. Fun! Wrexham Hollywood nonsense. We're going to use Bobby Vincent's football.london web news page running commentary thing to go through the comments. There you go. This is nice. Doing it with the green screen like this and not reading X, reading it off the website. It feels a little bit more cleaner. So he talked about Steval. Steval's back on the pitch, but he's not ready for this one. We need to be careful, given it was a hamstring injury, of course. Again, congratulations to Steval for winning the award in London Football Awards last night. Big smile on his face. I hope he had a lovely time. God bless him. So, yes, Jamie Gittins is really close, which is great. He had a positive scan on Jamie Gittins. A lot of people have written off Jamie Gittins, which I think is probably unfair. Of course, it was Gittins and Garnacho. I mean, even myself, I've been a little bit unfair to the sort of Gittins-Garnacho, double act. But it would seem Garnacho had a great game against Villa. He shows you when there's space in behind. He's a great asset. And maybe when there's not space in behind, a player like Jamie Gittins, his dribbling in 1v1s, we'll see him come good soon. Lavia ready to start. Rosenior, he says, well, I'm delighted for him. Romeo will definitely play a part. He's been itching to play, but we've tried to build him up in the best possible way. Yeah, I must say, I do endorse how they've been negotiating the Romeo Lavia scenario and situation, because he's just the Schrodinger's footballer. I've been saying it, man. To get him back is really, really important. I do think genuinely this kid could be transformative. I don't want to be hyperbolic. Yes. But I do think it could be so important, man. Goalkeeper situation. So this is a big juicy one, I must say. For me, genuinely, I look at the goalkeeper position maybe differently. I've red flags already. Traditionally, if there's a change of goalkeeper, people think he's a new number one, but that's not the case. Philip has been working for this opportunity, and he took it really well. Rob's put in great performances. I keep hitting my watch strap, but I want there to be competition in every area of the pitch. Look, I'm gonna quote Liam Twomey of The Athletic. You don't have competition for a goalkeeper. Call it traditional, you have a first team goalkeeper. They don't run around all pitch. They are ready most games and big games certainly. You need a first team goalkeeper. You need a Courtois. You need a Cech. You need a, Alisson, Edison when he was good. A David Raya now. You need these, even a Donnarumma, who we nearly signed, but I think we need a better footballing goalkeeper than Donnarumma. But his level's still amazing. These are the footballers you need. Maybe go back and watch yesterday's content if you haven't about Penders, because of course he's being linked or earmarked as like the one to come in and be Rosenier's boy. But very interesting. I'm not criticising Rosenior here for saying what he's saying, because I think he's literally been put in a position where he's thinking, oh dear, I can't start Sanchez at Villa Park because of how he reacted away at the Emirates. And it was the correct decision to drop him and bring in Philip Jorgensen. But I don't think he looks at Jorgensen and thinks, yeah, this is the boy. This is the next Petr Cech. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. More on goalkeepers. You need continuity. Yes. To win games. But I don't think I've kept the same 11 in any game we've played. I made the decision about the Villa game and that was proven correct. So he was asked about, look, Sanchez, how is he going to react? He sort of thought he was Chelsea's number one. He says, oh, have you spoken to him? I already have done. I've been really honest with Rob. He was disappointed not to play the game, but the way he responded, he was magnificent. There was no difference in him. If we're going to be successful in the short and long term, you need a group with a strong mentality, and Rob has that. Okay, fine. Have you watched the Wrexham documentary? I've seen a few. Phil's done a good job. The manager, of course, the way he's managed the team. The club's on the rise. For us, it's an opportunity to win a trophy. Why are we talking about the freaking Wrexham documentary? Everyone's supporting Wrexham tomorrow. Underdog story, yada, yada, yada. That's what football is all about. Winning silverware this season. Liam Rosenior said, this is why I'm here. It's what you dream of as a player, coach, or manager. You want to win things. We don't need to concentrate on the trophies or finals. We need to think about Wrexham more and winning trophies. Of course, this is Chelsea. We like to win trophies. It's what you work for. If you focus on the trophy at the end of the season, you're probably not going to win anything. It's game by game. The players are in a very good frame of mind. Rotating, I'm going to use the squad. I haven't seen the same starting 11 in any game. My idea is, and my club's idea is, to build a squad to win trophies. You need to rotate. I guess partially true. I think the most important thing is here it's the club's idea, and you've been brought in because you've adopted the club's idea as your idea. It's just the way it is. Hopefully it works. That's all I can say. Look, noise around Arsenal's style of play. I've spoken about it on my second channel, Football Yannick. He just gave him some positivity. He said, look, they're good. I kind of, winning's winning, innit? Delap's form. Liam's last game, he got 3 assists. He was in a good place. Ain't a good place, man. Joao's on fire. That's nothing on Liam. That's on Joao. I expect Liam to show his qualities when he gets his opportunities, of which I think he will in a moment. We're going to build a lineup in a second. I'm confident we'll take him. Joao Pedro, we know he's been good. And that's all. Right. So, let's build a lineup. Here we go. I'm starting it as a 4-2-3-1. Now, second choice cup goalkeeper, Rob Sanchez will be in goal. Terrific fun, you must say. I think Mamadou Sarr is going to start left centre-back. I think Josh Achiampong is going to be right centre-back. So both in their preferred positions, yeah. And now, it's getting a little bit tough. Gusto, Reece James is not going to be involved in this game. I actually think maybe Mark Cucurella will get like 60 minutes back from his injury. Came off the bench to 20. I think Cucurella to get Warman back into the game. He's had a few games out. Get an hour here, then Hato can come and relieve him, and we can see for the big games if Cucurella is good to go. Good to go. And let's just get him in now. Delap up top. I think Lavia, I'm going to get, again, same as Cuckoo, 60 minutes. Obviously, Lavia, he's never going to play 90 minutes in his whole entire Chelsea career, but 60 minutes here. And obviously, Santos didn't start the last game, rested. Santos to start here. Now, this is going to be the hard bit because we're low on wingers. And, I think Neto, rested, now served his suspension, comes back into play. And of course, we've seen us play really well in Neto's absence. So it's not like, oh my God, we need Neto for all the bigger games. Neto's been on and off, but this is a game for Neto. Because, if we played another must-win tomorrow, you think maybe we'd do a similar lineup from that Villa win, depending on how things go. So here we go. Neto, I don't think Palmer will be involved. He may be on the bench because you can't lose to Wrexham, I guess. Just let them come along for the trip and watch the game. Do you throw guy? I think maybe Jesse Derry. Is Derry a left-sided? We have him. Yes. Jesse Derry to get a start. I think he might. Him and Neto could probably play on both sides. And now we need to select a attacking midfielder. To be honest, maybe we don't. Maybe we do this. Because Dario Asugo has been fit for a while, and to be honest, he should definitely start. And Santos can play further up because he has played for Liam Rosenior before as like an attacking sort of ish midfielder, box to box. That's very functional, to be honest, but at least that is like control the game and just don't lose away at Wrexham while rotating your team massively. I must say I like it. Double pivot of Asugo and Lavia, Santos. So you've got you could even just say, look, it's going to be like a 4-3-3 like this, with a slightly more advanced Santos. And yeah. Right, strong. Interesting bit of fun and a heavily rotated side and lots of quality there to get, brush off the cobwebs with those guys. I'm pretty pleased about that. I think that was looking really good. They're a good team, Wrexham. They've interestingly been rotating themselves. They're massive. This isn't their priority. This is an opportunity for a feel-good moment. It's Chelsea at home in the FA Cup. You saw that Ryan Reynolds reaction video when they, he was with friggin', what's his name? Wolverine. What's his name? Hugh Jackman. And he's like, Chelsea! You wanted Chelsea! At home! So, yeah. But, he's not going to flog his players and get them all knackered for this, then lose their opportunity for the Holy Grail and the Promised Land, which is Premier League promotion. So, I think we win this game. I think because they're going to have an amazing atmosphere and yada, 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 I think I'll give them a goal. And I think with our heavy rotation, we score a couple and we win 2-1 and we progress. And hopefully no injuries, some players coming in, get some minutes. And one of those games that, because we'll rotate, I'll say thank you very much for the win, regardless of the scenario, provided no heavy injuries. See you later, mate. Off you pop, Wrexham. Hopefully you get to the Premier League and, do some more good stuff for that town. That's my prediction. Let me know yours. Please do leave them down in any and all of the comment sections. Thank you for liking and subscribing on the YouTube. Following and 5-starring on the podcast platform. Simply search Football Therapy Podcast on your podcast apps. And I would really appreciate a 5-star rating on Spotify. Really trying to wriggle my way in to Spotify. Alright, mate. Take care of yourselves. Peace.